guys, Jamie here, keeping it quiet. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. So in today's video, quick apology, I'd recorded loads of great footage and unfortunately my phone overheated and for some reason that footage didn't save. So I've moved a few fish into the main pond from the blue vat at the back. I had some great footage of them in the bowl. Lovely looking fish, but unfortunately all that's gone. I've also insulated the roof of the filter house, so I'll quickly show you that now as well. The second part of what I'd recorded on that day, it was one of the really hot days that we had at the beginning of the week, and that's why my phone overheated. But yeah, I'll spin you around quickly and I'll try and get some footage of the fish through the window of the 3 fish that I've moved into the pond, and I'll show you the filter house, and then the second part of this video will be what I recorded initially on the day. So without further ado, I'll spin you around and we'll see if we can find some of these new fish that are in the main pond. So there's one of the new ones there, the Jinrin Kahaku. There's one of the other new ones, the Jinrin Kahaku, the Jinrin Chagoi, that's this one. And then the Agragoke Kahaku, which is that one. One big spot on his back, but armoured mirror scales all the way down, which is what Agragoke means. There is the other one in there, is not up at the window at the minute, but is the normal Kahaku, the 2-step Kahaku. He does have a large shimmy on him now, so I don't really know whether to call him a Sankey or not, because the shimmy spot's getting bigger and bigger. But we'll come back to the window and see if he'll come up and say hello. All 5 of the big guys at the window, but still not seen the oh, here comes the Agragoke one again, and still not seen the other Kahaku yet. Now, someone has recently told me that you can see there what I called a Suri has a small chip in its tail. That's the one that jumped out, but yeah, someone has recently told me it's not an Asuri, not a Hyatt Suri, because a Hyatt Suri is a black fish with red benny. And oh, there's the other Kahaku, look, there he is. Get your tail out of the way. But yeah, that is not a Hyatt Suri because it has a white belly. So it's a white fish with orange and black. So no idea. He called it an Akatsuri. If that's true or not, I don't know. But either way, it's a nice fish. We'll see how it develops. Its tail and dorsal fin that got damaged during his jump have healed nicely. They've just got to grow back now, hopefully. But yeah, there's my Benny Kikakuru. And I watched on Stu's live last night, Koi Zone. They all said they don't like them. Look at that, Stu. How can you not like that, baby? Look at them linear scales down it, look. Absolutely stunning fish. Jinrin Kahaku getting pushed about. I keep saying Kahaku, Chagoi even. I'm not sure if the Agragoke one is Jinrin or whether it's just his mirror scales are just very shiny. But he's lovely. He's lovely. But yeah, he's definitely Jinrin. When the sun's out, he shines like anything. You may see his dorsal fin there's missing a few bits, and his mouth looks a bit funny. He really suffers with carp pox in the winter, and there's a big spot on the back of his tail, which is healing up quite nicely actually. But all his carp pox is almost gone now, being in this nice big warm pond. But yeah, unfortunately, it does chew through his fins a bit, or at least that one fin, and sometimes loses a bit of his tail as well. But his mouth's fully healed up now anyway. I've mentioned before, when I first got him, he was about that big, about 4 or 5 inches, and he had loads of carp pox on his mouth, and I was worried it was so bad that he weren't going to be able to eat. But he's not grown anywhere near as fast as a normal Kahaku would, but he is certainly growing now. So yeah, that's the 3 fish that I had some lovely footage of in the bowl. All 3 are 30 centimetres, but I did forget to check male or female. So yeah, never mind. Yeah, it's been raining a fair bit today, so everywhere's a bit damp. Roof is looking really good, but yeah, all them air bubbles from the last video are gone now, apart from that one, and I think it was literally just because of how hot it was on that day. It was heating up the rubber, which was obviously stretching it. But yeah, roof comes up, all now fully insulated. Oh, that's our new baby blackbird that's nesting in the bush over there. Keeps eating my plums off my plum tree. He's been pecking at a pear off the neighbour's pear tree all morning. I've been watching him, and that is all that's left of the pear that he's been eating. Literally just the stalk. So I'll leave it there in case he wants to continue pecking at it. But yeah, bless his heart, that fresh out the nest. He can just about fly. He flies back up into the bush anyway, but bless it. Anyway, as I was saying, but yeah, the filter house roof now is all insulated. Just got a tiny little bit left to do at the back there, where the hinges are. But yeah, the roof is now working a treat. Fits perfectly. Obviously there's a bit more weight on it, but there is one more thing I'm doing to the roof, and you'll have to find that out when I get there. But I've got all my foods in there now. So I've got my Hikari staple, my Saki Hikari, my Queni Koi high protein. My fry foods have finally arrived, so I've got my stage 1 there, and another bag of stage 1, 2 and 3 on there. That's from PMF Koi. I don't know how good it is, but it worked last year, so I'm going to stick with it this year. And I've got more koi food in there, and then more koi food in there. So I'm well stocked with the old koi foods at the minute. But yeah, so that's the roof on that. And then the clip I was saying just before it, birdie, oh no, he's still down there. Before my phone died, I was just walking up here to say all I need to finish off the insulation is one more strip of that. So if anybody wants any offcuts of insulation, I believe there's 50mm and a couple of sheets of 75mm on there. But yeah, if anybody wants any of that, no money for it obviously, just if you want it, come and get it. But yeah, while I'm here, I will snap back to the next part of that video in a second, but just going to see if we can see any fry. Yeah, look, a couple of fry just down there. They're doing well. But yeah, so I'm still shocked that it took them 15 days to hatch. I mean, that's just crazy. But no, he's still hopping around, bless him. Mum I can hear keeping in the trees, keep watching him. But all the birds in this garden know they're safe with me. Although the pigeons really do annoy me. There's been one keeps landing on this pole here and waddling out to the middle of the net and then drinking and bathing in the top of the pond. So I've put Mr. Owlie there on guard, and he gets moved every morning before I go out to work, just to a slightly different position. I tell you what, the pigeon ain't been back on there. It's, again, one of the babies. The adult pigeons know full well not to sit on my net on this pond, because I come out and I shout at them. But they're fine in the Japanese pond. That's what I built it for all the wildlife, but not this pond. But yeah, the baby obviously don't know any better yet, so I've put Mr. Owl there to tell him to bugger off. And it's working. But yeah, I've got me little plaques out now as well. Don't really know where I'm going to put them yet, but got me two little koi plaques, and I've got a fair few more plaques and bits and bobs to put up, and one special one that's going up there. And I think I've mentioned that's in a box in there in a previous video, but I ain't got that far yet. So without further ado, I'm going to end this clip here, and you can see the continuation where I left off before my phone overheated yesterday. Catch you in a bizzle. Sorry guys, phone overheated, so I've just popped it in the fridge for 5 minutes. But yeah, what I was saying is I only need one more length for that, so if anybody wants any offcuts of insulation there, I think there's some 50mm and some 75mm in there. Oh yeah, I must take that little fishy plaque I made off there and find a new home for that, because probably won't need that box anymore, because my big shower that's on the main pond will be redundant once that's done. But yeah, the fish are still floating at the minute, just giving them extra time. Obviously these guys were all being netted up and stressed just as the feed went off, so we've got a lot of floating food in there at the minute, or floating waste should I say. But yeah, there's what I was going to mention. I know you probably can't see them very well, I haven't got my polarising lens on, but there's a fair few in there that are getting very close to pushing 30. I mean, Mr. Benthead that just swam off down the back there, he's almost the same size as the three I've just taken out. This big one down here, I'm still not sure what he is yet. It's a cross between a kahaku and a hawaki. It's sort of a very pale orange. But yeah, this shower down here, he's also getting very close to pushing 30. So yeah, in another week or two there'll be a couple more ready to go in the main pond. This Shiro down here as well, the Benny Kikikuryu, it's this fella here. Yeah, there's definitely a few there that will go grace the main pond. There is a few lemon harawakis in there that I really do like, but they haven't grown much. Oh yeah, and the Adam Bayer shower, he's doing really well. Definitely grown a couple of centimetres in the 4 or 5 weeks that I've had it. I don't know if you can see it down there, but there's one of the dinky little ones that I've just bought my little kajaki. But yeah, so we'll get these guys out and we'll see how long it takes them to swim past the window. But yeah, that's pretty much my updates for now. I do have a visitor coming tomorrow, so that'll be another video. Oh, that is a shower, kind of, just swam outside of the window. There he is. Yeah, he's got some gorgeous colour on that Deutsch shower. But yeah, so visitor tomorrow. Some may love him, some may hate him, some may love to hate him, but he's coming anyway. He's coming down to see me, and then we're going off to see somebody else, so that'll be a decent video for you all. And yeah, everything is working tickety-boo. I've got 2 air pumps, or air pump and a half on that. I did have 2 air pumps on that, but I've pinched a line off one of the air pumps to go obviously in there. But yeah, got an awful lot of air stones all splotting along at the back, all hiding down there. But yeah, someone did mention in one of my last videos, well, one of my last videos for what I've watched, but a fair few videos ago from you guys, saying it didn't look like I've got any air in there. That's because it's all tucked down the back. Got 2 airlines going in there. Obviously that's now going into that pond. Another airline going in there, another airline going in here, and another airline going in there. So yeah, I got as many airlines as I can. So I've got 4 coming off that one, but one of them I believe has a Y. No, I took the Y splitter off, or did I? That one's coming up there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I took the Y splitter off, so I've got them 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that one there, and this one going into the main pond is coming off my old aquarium air pump. So I've got that on there, and then obviously the old pond one. Yes, it's kind of tipped upside down, wedged in a tree, but it's working and it's doing all right. Obviously these guys have got some oxygen in there as well. Anyway, back to what we were doing. I'm going to just very quickly pause the video, put the phone back in the fridge for a minute, because I don't want it to overheat while I'm doing it. So we'll snap back to these guys in about 5 minutes. I'll see you in a minute. My God, it is warm today. But yeah, So we are ready. They've been actually floating now for about 45 minutes. So yeah, it's about time we lifted them out into the pond. So I'm going to put you down somewhere and let you watch them go in. Right, Ben's just decided to do a clean, typical, just as I record. Always the way, isn't it? Right, let's see who's going to be first. Who's first? Mr. Jim Renchak. Off you go, buddy. See you in a couple of weeks when the pond's cleared up. Mr. Kahaku Sankey, whatever you want to call him, is a Kahaku with... Ooh, lost him. Kahaku with a bit of a shimmy on him there. I don't know if you can see that, but off he goes. And lastly, but no means leastly, right down the bottom, typical Mr. Aggregoki Kahaku. Again, not the best example of a Kahaku, but I love his Aggregoki scales. So, in you go, buddy. Off you go. There you go. Right, now I've got to try and lift this bag out. And this is a hell of a lot of water. There you go. Well, that's just water for the water. Right. So let's take you guys round here, and we'll see if any of them are going to come up to the window. You have to excuse my breathing. I suffer with something that affects my body in very hot weather and very cold weather. And some of you may have heard of Raynaud's syndrome. And yeah, in extreme hots and extreme colds, I don't do very well. But yeah, I'm going to take a pew where it's a bit shady-ish, he says, and see who comes up to the window. See if any of the new ones come up. Probably not, they've only been in a few seconds. Oh, there's the Akamatsuba. That was a bit better of a view of him. I haven't seen the Hayatsuri yet today. He's normally always up. There's a Komonryu. She's just a greedy git, she is. That's why she's fat. But yeah, might be a little while for them to chillax in there and whatnot before they start coming up. So what I might do is, rather than end the video here, I'm going to pause it and then come back in an hour or two, chuck in another little handful and see if they come up. Let them have a good swim round and meet all their old buddies. To be honest, the only one of them three that have been in that has met some of these is the Jinrin Kahaku. But yeah, snap back to you or in a bizzle. Oh, there's the Aggregoki Kahaku. He's loving life. He's been up at the window an awful lot. Yeah, Aggregoki is basically fully scaled doits. Absolutely stunning fish. He's really gracing the window at the minute and he's loving it, look. Yeah, he's never seen a window before, but he's going to be certainly one that's going to be up at the window. They are being bullied around a little bit at the minute, but not obsessively. It's mainly that one the old Benny Kikukurio. I completely forgot though to see if I could check whether they were all male or female. But they have been up for a bit of food. Got some reminiscence there of their wormies. But yeah, I just thought as well, as 3 new fish have gone in the pond, I'll whack in a few more of the old pure pond balls. So we'll crack open the drum and chuck some in. Snap back to you in a second. So yeah, there is a couple of the old pond balls that I threw in the other week kicking about, but they're an awful lot smaller now, so I think by the look of it a lot of them have actually gone now, so just threw more in. Got on that side as well. Just a small handful at a time, because although people say you can never have too much bacteria, you can with these. They're just, you know, the media can only hold a certain amount of bacteria. Yes, you can have more and more media with more filtration and bigger biochambers, absolutely, but if you've only got a certain amount of media, only a certain amount of balls will work. So I mean, I've got 50 litres in there, and then God knows what in that vacuum shower. 2 bags of Alpha Grodge, bag of lava rock, bag of pumice, 10 kilos of Biohome Ultimate, and a bag of oyster shells, and a couple of sponges. So yeah, that's holding an awful lot of bio at the minute. And I'm going to just see if we can tempt before we sign off. See if I can just tempt any of the other new guys up for some grub. Probably not, because there's still some grub there from when I fed them earlier, so in that case I'm not going to. So you'll have to wait till tomorrow when my visitor arrives, and I'm sure they'll be happy as Larry by then. So yeah, from a very, very hot Jamie, a very, very hot Nala, and some lovely warm and toasty fishies. I hope you're all staying safe, keeping out of the heat. These guys are lovely and green, so they're keeping out of the sun. One bonus of having green water in weather like this. Aggregaki Kahaku down there. But yeah, one bonus of having the green water when it's heat like this. Luckily this time of day the sun is well and truly shaded behind that tree, so these guys are now all in the shade for the rest of the evening. And it's only what, 4:30. So yeah, it's just the house burning now, but that pond is in the shade most of the morning and then is in the sun all afternoon, and these guys are in the sun all morning and they're in the shade most of the afternoon. So good job I didn't build my pond in the middle here where that bench is, because then it's pretty much in the sun the whole day. But yeah, from a very, very hot, sweaty and out of breath Jamie, I will catch all on the next one.